All right, Cowboys fans, we've got some major breaking news about Dak Prescott's contract situation. Could a massive extension be right around the corner? With rumors swirling that the Cowboys are getting closer than ever to locking in their franchise QB, this deal could change everything. How will it impact the team's future? Will this be the move that finally gets them back to the Super Bowl? Stay tuned because we're diving deep into all the details, and you won't want to miss this. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We have some huge news to talk about the latest developments surrounding Dak Prescott's potential contract extension with the Dallas Cowboys. This is a storyline that's heating up as we inch closer to the 2024 season, and it's got Cowboys fans on the edge of their seats. So let's break it all down, from where the negotiations currently stand, why it's a big deal, and how it could impact not only the Cowboys, but the entire league moving forward. First, let's talk about where things stand with Dak Prescott's contract situation. As we all know, Dak signed a massive 4-year, $160 million deal back in 2021, a contract that set the tone for the quarterback market at the time. Since then, we've seen contracts for guys like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and now Joe Burrow completely change the landscape for elite quarterbacks. What was once seen as an astronomical deal for Dak now looks relatively modest, given how the market has exploded in just a few short years. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Cowboys are reportedly getting closer to reaching an extension with Dak Prescott, and this would likely involve spreading out his cap hit over the next several years, giving the team more flexibility to build a championship-caliber roster around him. You might be thinking, didn't he just sign a contract? Why would they need to extend him already? Well, the NFL is a business of strategy, and cap space is everything. Dak's current deal carries a whopping $59 million cap hit for the 2024 season, which is the highest of any player in the league next year. That's a number the Cowboys simply can't afford if they want to stay competitive and keep key players on their roster. By working out a contract extension, Dallas could lower that cap number, giving them room to maneuver in free agency, and maybe even lock up some other stars like CeeDee Lamb or Micah Parsons long-term. And it's not just about the cap hit either. The Cowboys believe in Dak as their franchise quarterback, and rightfully so. Despite a somewhat up-and-down 2023 season, there's no doubt that Dak is one of the top Qs in the league when he's at his best. He's shown incredible resilience coming back from that devastating ankle injury in 2020, and while some critics might question his playoff performance, the Cowboys' front office knows what they have in him. Extending Dak is not just about the money, it's about making a commitment to the guy who has led this team through thick and thin. But let's be real for a second. It's not as simple as just agreeing on numbers and signing on the dotted line. There are a lot of factors at play here. One of the biggest sticking points in these negotiations is likely the length of the contract. Dak's current deal gave him a lot of leverage, with a no-trade clause and a hefty signing bonus. So, the question now is, does Dak want to commit to another long-term deal with Dallas? Or would he prefer a shorter contract that allows him to hit free agency again in a few years when the market could be even bigger? Remember, we've seen a lot of quarterbacks take shorter deals recently, betting on themselves to cash in on an even bigger payday down the line. It's a risky move, but for someone of Dak's caliber, it could pay off. On the flip side, the Cowboys might be pushing for a longer deal to lock in their quarterback for the foreseeable future, especially given how volatile the quarterback market has become. There's a balancing act here between giving Dak the money he deserves, while also making sure the team is set up for success in the long term. So, What does this mean for the Cowboys moving forward? Well, first of all, getting this extension done would give the front office a huge sigh of relief. They'd be able to shift their focus toward other pressing needs, like addressing the offensive line, adding more playmakers on offense, and strengthening the defense. Not to mention, it sends a message to the rest of the league that the Cowboys are all in on Dak Prescott and their Super Bowl ambitions. But beyond the numbers and negotiations, this contract extension would have a huge impact on Dak's legacy in Dallas. Let's not forget, the Cowboys are America's team, and with that comes an incredible amount of pressure. Dak has always handled the weight of expectations with grace, but there's no denying that this next contract will define his career. He's already one of the most marketable players in the league, with endorsement deals left and right. But when you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, you're judged by one thing, and one thing, only Super Bowl rings. Dak has taken this team to the playoffs multiple times, but they've fallen short of reaching the big game. The critics will tell you that he's not the guy to lead them there, but the Cowboys organization clearly thinks otherwise. And let's be honest, winning a Super Bowl is not just about the quarterback, it's about having the right pieces around him. That's why this extension is so critical. The Cowboys need to make sure they have the financial flexibility to surround Dak with talent, whether that's on the offensive line, at wide receiver, or even shoring up the defense. If they can get this deal done, it puts them in a prime position to make a serious run at a championship in the coming years. And speaking of the future, let's not forget about the other dominoes that could fall once this deal is done. Guys like CeeDee Lamb, who is quickly becoming one of the best wide receivers in the league, are going to need new contracts soon. Then there's Micah Parsons, the young defensive superstar who is already making a case to be the best player on that side of the ball. If the Cowboys can lock up Dak and still have enough room to extend these guys, they could be building something special in Dallas for years to come. But here's the thing, even though the Cowboys and Dak Prescott seem to be getting closer to a deal, nothing is guaranteed. Negotiations in the NFL can be tricky, and we've seen situations in the past where things fall apart at the last minute. If Dak and the Cowboys can't come to an agreement, things could get very interesting. Could we see Dak test the waters in free agency in a couple of years? Would the Cowboys be willing to let him walk? It's hard to imagine right now, but crazier things have happened in this league. Ultimately, though, all signs point to Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys finding a way to get this extension done. Both sides have too much to lose if they don't. Dak wants to cement his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks in Cowboys history, and the Cowboys want to win now, and they believe Dak is the guy to get them there. So, Cowboys fans, buckle up because it looks like we're headed for some exciting times in Dallas. If they can work out this extension with Dak, it could be the move that sets the stage for a deep playoff run, and maybe, just maybe, a Super Bowl appearance. But as always, we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. That's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Dak deserves a contract extension? And will it help the Cowboys get closer to that elusive Super Bowl? And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more NFL news and updates, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.